On this episode of Leslie and Castelnaudary, you're going to travel with me to Norfolk, Virginia, as well as Virginia Beach, Virginia, where I was invited by the congregation of the Memorial Spiritualist Church in Norfolk, Virginia. My friend Pam McGill and her husband generously donated a plane ticket on Air France, which was a wonderful flight. I really enjoyed my time on that flight. Of course, Air France is always pretty classy. And I made my way from Castelnaudary to Toulouse, Toulouse to Paris, Paris to JFK, and then finally to the airport in Norfolk. And it was a 26-hour flight. The delay in JFK was exhausting, but I finally made it to the gorgeous Virginia Beach, to my friend's beachside apartment, where I really enjoyed the time with them, having coffee and beautiful chats every morning before we had our adventures for the day, empowering the spiritual community there in Virginia. As you can see, it was a gorgeous, cold, windy day, but it really was something very special. I felt like I was treated like a queen by the congregation. You can see that the Memorial Spiritualist Church is a small community, but it is a very impactful one. In fact, the members of the community do so much for the public there. They do all sorts of events, including spiritual healing, as you can see in this video, where a member of the congregation is doing a free energy healing session right before the message and the singing for the day, which was really healing for me. I really enjoyed that. In fact, I felt from this particular healer a sense of her beautifying me and reconstructing me to the most beautiful aspect of myself. And I was so grateful for that experience. And part of my experience at the church was delivering a message, and my message was about mediumship. And I say in my message, which you can see in another video that I will link to in the description, that mediumship is more than just, quote, communicating with the dead. No, it's about being a channel for love in the community. It's about being somebody who can empower the people in your life around you and channeling good ideas, inspiration, and really making a difference in the lives of the people around you. And the main thing that we did at this workshop experience was Pam, in the white blouse, organized a networking event where people in the congregation, as well as members of the community, could come and network, discuss their professional dreams, their goals, their offering, and to build relationships with others in the community. Here we have a speed networking event. It was really fun. I got to meet so many people, and I learned so much about each and every one of these people's, their dreams, their fears, their hopes, their current projects, their expertise. And my gosh, if there is anything I am sure of, is that each and every one of us has something special to offer the world. And it is really a pleasure for me as a life and career coach, and having helped so many people, to discover the treasure trove of wisdom and capacities in every single person who came to this event. I have been a workshop facilitator for my entire career, and I love teaching groups how to change their lives, their careers, their finances in a way that is authentic to them. And in this workshop, we used my book, It Pays to Be You, the Job Search and Career Change Workbook, and we did activities about money psychology, branding, networking, and really taking a look at your own offering and telling your story, so that way you're working with your unique talents and your skills. And I got to do this workshop with these professionals and really help them start to align with who they truly are, so their 2025 is really full of achievement. It was really fun working with my friend Chad McGill. He was such a massive support. And every day I got to wake up, have a cup of coffee with them, and enjoy a moment of friendship at their apartment in Virginia Beach. You really have to absorb the beauty of Virginia, the natural beauty, like the beaches, the forests, the water, the intercoastal. It is such a gorgeous place. But I can't leave out what I call is my spiritual mecca, Edgar Casey's Association for Research and Enlightenment. It is where I go for spiritual guidance, health guidance, career, relationship, and it is a very special place. It's the second largest metaphysical library in the world after the Vatican, and it has so many free events every day, and you can read so many books at their free library, and you can enjoy a tour in their bookshop. If you want to take a souvenir, I definitely recommend going on a tour, taking a free class, and hearing a free lecture, getting yourself a really fun treat to take home. In my case, I got a mug. And fun fact is I actually do a lot of speaking engagements talking about the Edgar Casey Akashic Records reading material. Edgar Casey was one of the most verified psychics in the entire world, and a lot of modern medicine takes a lot of insight from him. In fact, Edgar Casey is known as the father of holistic medicine. So if you're curious about Edgar Casey's ARV, I definitely recommend you checking it out. It was such a gift for me to visit this spiritual home, which is a huge part of the community. In fact, a lot of millionaires, billionaires, and famous people turn to the readings for advice in their home life, their career, their finances, and their spiritual journeys. Another cool thing that you can enjoy at the Association for Research and Enlightenment is their meditation garden, and you can go into the library and even check out books. My friend, Dr. Chad McGill, he was so sweet. He took me to the library and we just got to take a look around, and we had an actual meaningful personal discussion. And I got to tell him about one of my favorite authors, who is Neville Goddard, who talks about the law of attraction and the law of assumption, and really creating a real life based on your feelings, who I reference in a lot of my material. You can see that this is a library full of metaphysical books. I checked out, thanks to Chad, two of my favorite books. These are written by Neville Goddard, and I got to take them home and read them. In fact, I read that book all in one night. I've read it so many times over the years, but who can't help reading their favorite book over and over again? And I really thank Dr. Chad McGill for getting a membership and checking that book out for me and returning it to the library. Thanks, Chad. On the last night of my stay, Pam and Chad invited me to the Cavalier Hotel, which has a very interesting vibe and amazing history. They also invited medium Terry Dell'Aurora, who is one of the most hilarious and accurate mediums I've ever met. I felt like love was radiating from her for me, and I really felt like her psychic baby. I had quite a few intuitive and psychic experiences while I was there, one of them being a dream that I would be sick on the way home, and that happened. Another thing was is that I had visions of plane crashes and engine failure, and lo and behold, on our way from JFK, our engine did not work and it did not pressurize the cabin or provide oxygen. So we were delayed for many hours and my flights were all messed up. It took way longer than necessary to get home. But finally, I made it home and I am very happy. I'm so grateful that I had this chance to join the Memorial Spiritualist Church and bring some positive messages to their community. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of that. And I can't wait to go back and share once more with this community.